It is time for the Nova Roma Imperium forces to launch their offensive into Abyssinia. The Imperium forces have been prepared. Supplies have been gathered in anticipation for an arduous campaign into the Abyssinian mountainous territory. Specialized mountaineer divisions have shown up from Sicily, and the Imperium's air forces have gathered in Eritrea, in anticipation for a quick yet brutal fight in Abyssinia. Sayom Mengesha, leader of the Abyssinian defensive forces, leads a ragtag army, but they have been heavily reinforced by the French, with mountaineer divisions as well as anti-aircraft guns being supplied to them, so it will prove to be a brutal fight. But this fight must be won, for the glory of the Imperium and for the benefit of our coffers as well. Welcome all to Operation Valkyrie. We are playing as the Italians. I have an extra little few flavorful items here. We have commanders out there, as well as I've redone some of the roundels for the Italian forces, for the Nova Roma Imperium forces, the new Roman Empire. It's all just for fun. It has no impact on the rest of the game. So, without further ado, let's launch into our actual turn. It is turn number 3. We'll start off with our tech rolls. So we're going to go for improved construction here. So that's going to be needing a roll of 7 or less to succeed, or 7 or more to succeed. Here we go. Here's our roll. It's an 11. Excellent. So we bump ourselves up to stage 2. And we can't actually proceed past this point until a little bit later. What does this say up here? July 1939. So we sit at this point and start working on perhaps our airborne doctrine to get that one up there as well. That's kind of the rough idea. So for income, we have $10 to spend. We are going to buy 2 anti-aircraft guns for $4 apiece, leaving us with $2 left over, and I place them over here in the place units chart. Let's go to the combat stage of the operation. So we're launching our offensive into Abyssinia. From the south, we have Rodolfo Graziani leading an infantry division and a cavalry division from the southern side, attacking the militia forces there. From the north, we have in charge Emilia de Bono with 2 infantry and 1 mountaineer division, and Prince Umberto in charge of the mountaineer divisions anticipates a quick and decisive fight against the Abyssinians, although quite brutal and costly to the Imperium forces. And of course, we have the 2 fighters and tactical bomber. Arrayed against us under Sayom Mengesha, we have 1 mountaineer and 2 militia and an anti-aircraft gun as well to cause some grief against our forces. And that is it for that conflict. Let's roll some dice over here. We have the 3 dice rolled for the anti-aircraft gun first, succeeding at 3 or less. So by rights, we should, it's a 66% chance of losing 1 aircraft. Let's see what it is. Hopefully it doesn't cost us everything. And no hits are struck. 9, 6, and 10. So excellent. We'll take those off the board. And we survive that most costly portion of the battle. Let's roll for the rest of it. For the offensive, we have 3 infantry rolling at once, a mountaineer, a cavalry at 2. We have 2 fighters and a tactical bomber as well. So here we have it. Rolling at ones. We have a 2, a 6, and a 5. Misses all around. Mountaineer and cavalry, a 2 and a 12. So we do have 1 success on that front. And over here we have 2 6s. Oopsie daisy. 2 6s for the aircraft. 3 and a 5, so that's 3 hits. And over here at 7. So above average rolls. We have an 8. So we just missed on that one. So, about average, I guess. That kind of evened things out. So about average what we expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So yeah, about average what we expected. So 3 hits, that's not nothing. There we go. And 3 hits, it was already there. Alright, going on for the defensive here, we have 2 militia at 2. A 9 and a 10. And over here, a mountaineer at 5. 6, just missed it. So we're quite successful with 3 hits on the first round. 1, 2, 3. Leaving them with only 1 mountaineer infantry left off. We take off the anti-aircraft gun and 2 militia, and we go into round 2. Nothing on that front. Here we have the infantry and the mountaineer again. Nothing there. Here we have the 2 aircraft. 2 hits, and lastly up here, a hit as well. Excellent. And on the defense at 5 and 8. Misses all around. So a very decisive victory for the Italian forces, and that is quite excellent. Quite excellent all around. Alright, so we move on from that point. We decisively defeated our enemy. We take off some casualties here. And none of our own, so quite grand at the end of the day. Didn't quite expect that level of success. Yeah, didn't expect that level of success, but at the end of the day, that's just what it is. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So realistically, for the land forces, they had a 66% chance of hitting Like this had the anti-aircraft gun has 66% chance of hitting, and these 3 units combined had a 66% chance on the first round. So I hit about average, they hit below average on the first round, and second time around, I mean combined they hit kind of below average, but realistically they should have scored at least 1 hit against our forces. Anyways, none to worry. That's good news for our end of things. To be fair, I actually wanted things to go a little bit more poorly, just for thematic purposes. I wanted to be like, outrage, sack Emilio de Bono, and promote Prince Umberto as the second is in charge of this guy here. But in this case, you can't really fault a victory like that. Alright, so these fighters have to land back over here in the non-combat phase. They can't really get any further than that, I do believe. Yep, so we're just going to put those there. These guys are going to come in here. Sorry, the flavor will take a little bit longer than the average, right? You know, just by adding the flavor units in there. And that's it. So as a victory for this, we get, I believe it is a colonial unit plus 2 militia to be put on the board. So we're going to clone this one. And we're going to put both of those colonial militia over here. And the colonial, I'll grab him up right now, but let's see. Do they even offer us a colonial in here? They don't. They don't. Shocking. That's not a big deal. Did I look at the right one? Shocking, I tell you. Anyways, it's just a regular infantry. It's just nice to keep it a little bit separate. So we're just going to put this guy... Oopsie daisy, I don't know where that guy ended up. But we're going to put him right here. And now as an added bonus, we get to upgrade one of our facilities as well. And we're going to upgrade our minor port here and create a major port. Oops. What am I doing? So major port is on this territory in between these 2 sections, so it's applicable to both sides there. So that's quite handy. Alright, so let's go to the non-combat movement phase of our actions. So this fleet, we're going to send Alberto de Zara. Actually, no, we got Prince Aimon is going to head back, and Alberto de Zara is going to take this fleet. He's going to park it over here. And actually, we're going to move it into this port. I know the submarine can't go in there, but the rest of these guys are going to go into the port. I'll grab an import marker a little bit later on. I believe you could enter a port from one side and exit out another. I don't think there's any issue with that, but hey, we'll double check a little later on. Actually, you know what? This submarine is going to go back with Prince Aimon, and we're going to head back into this sea zone 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 into M4. This naval transport is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 using its strategic naval move. And this fleet, the 12th fleet, is going to come down into M4 as well. And these 3 subs are going to rejoin the fleet over here. So we have basically all our Mediterranean forces, barring our naval transports, are going to be sitting in M4. So that's the scoop of things. Alright, seaplane is going to come down to Sicily. We're going to have this mountain infantry is going to rail down to here. And we're going to move one of this infantry to Rome as well. And that takes care of that, I do believe. Yeah, excellent stuff. So I'm pretty happy with how that sits. We'll place our units and move on. Our collect income will give us $10, so that brings us up to $12 to spend on the subsequent turn. And these 2 anti-aircraft guns reside right here. So that's quite lovely. Excellent. Yep, that about takes care of all that. So we bump ourselves up to $12 in income. And that concludes the Italian turn with the conclusion of the Abyssinian conflict. We are victorious. Thank you all for watching. Cheers!